Sit down, Teddy. Sit down, Teddy. Talk about it, Jay.
What you want to talk about?
Why can I hear that in the speakers? You not turn the house down all the way? Probably not, because I can hear it in the speakers.
Oh, I turned the wrong one down.
Yeah, you turned the wrong one down.
Sorry. My butt.
Good job. Good job. Off to a great start tonight.
Yep.
Great start. We're off to a great start. A great start. Well, does this look like it's infected? If you
you tell me.
There's a scab right on the top of it. Does it look bad? Is it bad? Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Jay?
Sure.
What's worse than having ants in your pants?
I don't know. What's worse than having ants in your pants?
An uncle? Boom! Hot key in it. Woo! Right into your buddy. Coil. Are you wearing Oakley blades?
Yeah.
What is happening
I was just trying to gauge how bright these lights were in here.
Compared to what?
They just seem really bright. I don't know.
You're wearing Oakley blades? No, those are knockoff Oakley blades.
No, they're legit.
They're legit Oakley blades?
Yeah.
How long have you had these?
I don't know, 5 years.
Have you really?
Yeah. I wear them to play golf in.
Golf.
Yeah.
Around here we say golf. Folks.
For a lot. I look like a mid-90s country singer.
You look like a mid-90s country guy that gets beat up in a parking lot. That's what you look like. AZ Mick, Aaron Griffin, Shane Rockman. Woo!
Wow,
Come on, baby.
A lot of people watching. Huh?
Got some folks in here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. A special edition tonight.
Is it really?
Well, I've been
sick.
Great. Thanks for telling me that after we shared needles tonight, Jay. And,
yeah.
Ooh, somebody's getting on. I got the window open. Somebody's drag racing up the road.
It's a nice night here tonight.
It really is. It really is. So, folks, tonight Steve's taking a night off.
Steve's on assignment.
He's got a little PTO built up. He's got to do. He's shooting a wedding tomorrow, so we got Jay in here.
Yep. That's me.
You may notice the country attire tonight, somewhat. I've been watching the Ken Burns documentary, the country documentary. It's been going on PBS.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I'm an old school country fan, of course, like most people with any kind of musical taste. And so we mixed in some country records and some bluegrass records tonight. We got a great, informative, let me just say, Jay, informative, so to speak, for tonight. We had a chip chat. It's gonna blow your mind.
Wow.
I'm just glossing the tip of things to come here. So please, folks, stay tuned with us here tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining us. You could do anything with your Friday night.
I didn't.
Then you come over here and you snapping necks and cashing checks.
I haven't seen the country documentary of it yet. I saw the preview. PBS was running this like one of the Saturday night donation drive things, and they showed a 30-minute preview of it, and it looked really good.
If you don't, please, folks, follow us on our socials, and if it's the first time checking out the record night on YouTube or Twitch, leave us a like and a subscription. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. It really helps us out. We appreciate it. Don't cost you no damn money.
No.
But speaking of money, you can also support the stream by clicking on the Streamlabs link below. It goes into cables and bulbs and all the kind of shit it takes to make this program work. Although tonight, normally we say like, with a $5 donation, you can get me to take a shot. It takes a $20 donation for Jay to take a shot. But Jay's headed off to, because Jay doesn't drink. Jay's headed off to Disney World in the morning, right?
Early.
So we don't want to make Jay drink tonight, because he's got to get up and drive with his family.
I don't want to wake up in the morning and feel like
no.
I ran over pop off.
But if you could end yourself up in on a Top Shot graphic, I'm just saying. Look at the psychomaniac Aaron Griffin at the 185 top of that. Ooh, baby. Looking good, feeling good.
Wow.
Speaking of which, I know I do sound like PBS. We're only going to ask once a year. No, actually, we're going to ask once a week. So get over it.
We can make blankets to send out to people that make donations.
I can't make blankets. I don't know how to make blankets.
Or door ones too.
What was I going to say? You interrupted me. Now, hey, look. You remember the story around here, and some of you folks around the country may remember a story about Pazuzu Algarad.
Oh, yeah.
This crazy guy that was actually kind of local from here, Satanist, and he killed some people and they were buried in the backyard, then he killed himself in jail. Viceland has been doing this really incredible...
I saw your guy.
Viceland's been doing this really incredible documentary about this. What's up, Beretta Darkwolf? Oh, that's for you, baby. That's for you, baby. But they've been running this incredible documentary highlighting this, and me and the girlfriend really loves true crime and crazy satanic stuff because she's badass and shit. So we've been watching this, and they've been using a lot of the TV station where I work at, using a lot of our footage, and I've been seeing a lot of people I know, like the district attorney and some of the sheriff's department representatives and stuff. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I know all these people. This is really nuts. Yeah. And in the middle of all this, we get to this one scene in there, and she was like, whoa, there's the guy, the reporter you worked with. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is. And then she's like, wait, back that up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, it's me, baby, on Viceland. Check it out.
Yeah.
Me and my reporter back there. Whoo.
Yeah.
That's too much goddamn handsome for one picture, Jay. It's just too much. Looking good.
That's great.
Dynamic duo, just looking good.
Yeah, so like...
Top shelf. That's top shelf, baby.
So you can say that you're on TV.
We're international television on Viceland. So Mikey Bananas has been right there on international television.
You're famous, man.
Well, fucking right. Why is this
Was this the same one they ran on? Okay, so where'd you watch it?
YouTube?
Okay.
A little janky link.
Right.
They didn't give their stars an actual link that you would
Yeah,
think.
I wasn't gonna watch this. I don't like stuff.
It's good,
like that.
man.
I don't like stuff like that. That guy creeped me out.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's a nut job.
Yeah.
But it's you know, it was a good. They tell the story really well.
That's scary to think somebody like that like lives so close to here. You know.
Absolutely. Although this week, kind of on some sad news, man. Our boy Bo.
Yeah.
That was our bass player in the 5Ls from way back when. You guys know I played in a band called the 5Ls, opened for Slayer.
Yeah. Big
I don't know if you guys ever heard that story. I'd be glad to tell it again about opening for Slayer on Thanksgiving night in 2006,
That's
5.
right. That's right.
But, Aaron, I'm going to put the IMDb in. Nobody's going to give it to me, but baby, it's going in there. I was also in the Jimmy V story, made-for-TV movie about Jimmy Valvano.
Yep.
And also Grown Man Record Night. You may have heard of it. And a few pornos with friends of mine's moms.
I've never heard of those.
Anyway, but this week, I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday. It was coming from the 2006 anniversary. The bass player that I played with for years and years, and one of the best friends I ever had, passed away in a car accident. It's just a shitty situation, man. And it was the 2006 was 10 years plus 13 years ago, man.
Wow.
Man, what a shitty situation.
Yeah.
But you know, we're both buddies with Bo, and I played with him for the longest time, man. And was just the best bass player I've ever played with, and the most intuitive ass redneck musician you would ever run into.
Well, he was a good guy, though.
He was a good guy. He was an awesome bass player, and probably an even more awesome guy.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
And you know, the real this is weird, Aaron, because you're on here. Back in the day, Aaron, when you had a ponytail, you had long hair, and somebody asked me, well, I was always kind of weird around Aaron, and a guy that I worked with was like, "What's the matter, man? You don't like Aaron?" I'm like, "No, man, he's a cool guy." And he's like, you get like, you turtle all up in your butthole every time Aaron comes around." And I'm like, he kind of looks like our dead bass player. And I was like, and someone was like, "Nah, man." And it's like, I pulled up a picture of like Bo with long hair and when Aaron had the ponytail.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was pretty damn close to where it was just a couple of years after, and it was really weird and kind of freaked me out.
Yeah. I have a funny story about Bo, but I can't tell it on air.
He bought you beer on, he turned,
No.
okay.
Turned 16. The day I turned 16, he was a very integral part of my 16th birthday.
I will say legendarily, just to tell you what kind of a guy Bo was, if he had $4 to his name, and it was your birthday, he would show up at your house with a fat ass joint, and he would write your name on the joint. And even if that was all the money he had, if it was your birthday, he was bringing you a joint with your name written on it, whether or not you smoked weed or not. That's what was happening. That was the kind of guy Bo was.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. I don't need no money to take a shot for Bo.
That's right.
You want one?
I'll take it.
Take a little pit for Bo, baby. Cool guy, man. And he would be, I don't know, he'd either really make fun of me a whole bunch for doing record night, or this would be right up his freaking alley, man. Just sitting around and being stupid. Right up Bo's alley.
Oh man,
Enough of that sappy shit.
that tastes like
Horace Pretense.
Golly.
What else we got?
What were you eating when you drank out of that earlier tonight?
I don't want to get into it. But we're doing a little, what we talked about, we're doing a little country thing tonight. I decided to mix in some country records and some bluegrass records because I've been watching that Ken Burns documentary on PBS.
Right.
Highlighting a lot of I only caught a couple of hours of it, but I caught some of that early country, some of the bluegrass stuff going into early country, and a lot of that's really North Carolina heavy, and that's where we're at, baby.
Now, is each episode 2 hours?
I don't know. I was gaming and I was going in there and playing. And the Core Blonde look, baby, you know it. What's up, Mervyn Griff? Baby.
Core Blonde.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
So we're mixing in some stuff. We love country music here, old classic country. And we mix it into the show from time to time, but it's not really a heavy emphasis because it can be a tough thing to keep the party moving, so to speak. So to speak.
Yeah.
You see what?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. But pick some stuff out tonight that just would really mix it. Really, I love it when folks that are in the chat who play some shit like that. And you may not even think they're like a country guy or country fan. They're not from the South or whatever. And you're like, I'm gonna run folks off. You start playing some banjo and some grass. Because even my mom, and she hears bluegrass, and she's like, oh my God, But to me, bluegrass is to country as metal is to rock and roll. It's that fringy folks that really like getting loose and I think it's
getting down.
Really spot on.
Yeah, for sure.
We lost Rick Ocasek this week. I was going to bring in a graphic. I didn't bring in a graphic.
Yeah. He was 75 though.
What's up, China Ditch Records? Good to see you, bro. Hope you had a fan-fucking-tastic week.
I mean, he died of a heart attack at 75. Well, I guess it was a heart attack.
Who knew? Let me just pose this question: who knew Rick Ocasek was 75 years old?
That's what I thought. I was reading into. I was figuring like mid to late 60s maybe, and then I was reading the thing.
Old.
That means he was a little bit older when he got discovered. I guess got kind of big.
I even read where everybody thought he was 70. Like on paper, it said he was 70, but when he actually died, they were like.
So,
he was 75.
So like,
that's nuts.
Okay, so he's 75 and died of, I guess, a heart attack. I don't know exactly. That's a pretty normal life, 75 is a pretty good run.
What's a normal life?
Well, it's not like, he died suddenly at 75. I mean, he's 75 years old,
if I make it to 75, I'm doing all right.
Yeah. So.
But, the big, other than, Cars records, in the 5Ls, we actually covered a Cars song. And
Steve just
played a big Cars tribute show with the Vagabond Saint Society. But I think, for me, the biggest contribution for Rick Ocasek was some of his producing. He did Weezer, No Doubt, Guided by Voices, Bad Religion. But for me, those first like Weezer records, that's Rick Ocasek.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a huge stamp on the neck print of rockin'. Can we do that one? Can we roll that back? You get a second shot at that.
Are we ready?
We're gonna do. You sit up. How was I sitting?
All right.
Are you sitting taller than I am? I gotta bring my chair. Oh, that was on my toe.
Okay.
baby.
All right. So we'll go back and cut this out.
Probably.
Okay.
Let me get rid of that. Take off the top shot. Boom. Boom. All right. We're hotkeying, folks.
All right.
It's high level stuff.
Take two.
As I thought about the weekend and how Friday night, the week's over at this point.
Yeah.
Happy times because the week's over. And he produced the first Not a Surf record. Me and Jay used to jam on some tracks from the first Not a Surf. Stalemate. But this is what I call a pivot point.
Okay.
The week's over.
Yeah.
May have sucked for you. It wasn't ideal for me.
Yeah.
You got the week behind you. You got the weekend in front of you. This is the point. This is it.
I got a week in front of me.
Right here.
I don't work for the next week.
This is the pivot point. Yeah, you're going down to Disney World.
Yeah.
That's big stuff.
Real big stuff.
Yeah. I think he was terrific as a producer, man. I mean, long story short, Cars albums are great. I enjoy them. I mean, they're not, it's not an every. I love Not a Surf too, man.
I like the new wave pop, synth, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Another tie for North Carolina. Kind of a weird tie.
What's that?
Why is this all weird? Jesus Christ. All right, let me just take this.
Okay.
No. I got everything. Boom.
We're going to edit this out?
No, wait. Boom. There we go. It's centered. New COC album dropped today.
I did not know this.
I didn't know it either until I was doing some research for the show. No Cross, No Crown.
Okay.
This is kind of a little review I saw.
Yeah.
It's been a dozen years since they've released new material with vocalist guitarist Pepper Keenan at the helm. All these rumors for the past years. 24 after nearly a decade traversing the globe as a guitarist with Down, which I love that. Actually, the Down first album anniversary was this week, 95.
Okay.
He reconnected with the core of COC, Woody Weatherman, Mike Dean, and Reed Mullen to hit the road hard and write this record, No Cross, No Crown.
Okay.
Now, the interesting, weird connection, I'll call some people in the VC this. Reed Mullen, the drummer for COC, his sister taught science at our high school. And we didn't know that. It was like... we were in there one day. She was real low key and like dorky, and she was like, "You guys like rock and roll? You listen to heavy metal?" And we're like, "Oh yeah." And she was like, "Have you ever heard of a band called Corrosion of Conformity?" And we're like, "Yeah. Have you?" And she's like, "The drummer, Reed Mullen. He's my brother." Her name was Miss Mullen. And we're like, "What the fart?"
Yeah.
So yeah, Reed Mullen's sister
man.
taught science at our high school. Nuts, bro. What's up, Steve Bender?
Crazy, man, how that stuff works with teachers.
Can we start it over? I want to start the whole show over.
Oh, Lord.
Came out last year? Did they just re-release it or something? What the hell happened?
Are you a year off?
Is this a different year?
September 20th, 2018?
Maybe they re-released it today. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
You know, we always, over on the Discord, folks, if you're not on the Discord channel, I'm going to give you a link right now.
Yeah, because it's the 21st century, man.
Boom!
You get on Discord.
But
That's where it's at.
that's crazy. Jump on our Discord, because earlier this week, our mod, the mod with the most, Shane in the chat here, hipped me to a band. He's like, "Hey, check this guy's out." And it actually came out today. It's called Fawning. Never heard of this band.
Fawning, like the deer.
Sort of. So I checked this out. They had like a Bandcamp link. This record came out today, Too Late. It's kind of a dream pop record. It's really cool, man. They're out of the Bay Area. They said the band cites Cocteau Twins, Cranes, and Julie Cruz as influences. I don't know. 100% Cocteau Twins. Dreamy pop, almost kind of shoegaze. Interesting band, but it's super dope that it's like it's a first listen that Shane dropped in the Discord. I knew nothing about. Dropped the link, and now it's on the show.
Did Shane order this today?
I don't know. Do you already have it, Shane?
All right, we don't have to sit here and wait on a response.
We do. This is 3, 2, no wait. All right. But anyway, I jammed the whole thing. I'll listen to the whole thing. It's like an EP.
Yeah. And you liked it.
I liked it. It's a very good band, man. Very good band. So check them out.
Awesome.
You know, we're big fans of the Melvins here on the program.
Yeah.
Have you heard this Melvins news?
Yes.
Today.
Oh wait, no, I heard Melvin's news this week.
Well, today.
But maybe it was something different.
The Maggot and the Bootlicker released. This is on Ipecac, which is Mike Patton's label.
This week.
This is 2 of the albums on what's called the trilogy, and it was a really weird thing when they released the trilogy. I can't remember the name of the other one. The Maggot, the Bootlicker, and the something. I can't think of it. But these are some of my favorite Melvin's records of all time, and I've only had these digitally for the longest time. And Ipecac today released this 2 LP that's got the Maggot and the Bootlicker. I don't know why they left the other one off.
Are you gonna buy this?
I would buy it today if I found it. 100%.
I'm sure you could find it.
Nobody local had it. I kind of looked around, but
I'm sure I'll get it.
That's a great one. And there's a really weird thing. I didn't look this up, so I'm just kind of shooting off the hip here. Choose! Because we're in cowboy hats,
yeah,
so
right.
I can shoot off the hip. Choose!
Howdy, folks.
But it's called part of the trilogy. So they released these 3 albums, and I guess when you spread the thing out, there was like a symbol on the inside gatefold that was kind of pseudo-Nazi looking. And I'm sure, it's the Melvins, so it was done in jest and to be funny and stupid. But I think some people were like, hey, it was, so now it was like several $100s to pick up the trilogy, which is like a thing. So it's very cool. Just like Boards of Canada, Melvin's are some of those that like those OG presses that you just, they're
priceless.
$200, $300, $400, $500 for some of them, and it's nice to see that some of these are coming back to the reissue market. Because I'm not gonna do that.
Sure.
I'll break that shit. But anyway,
sure. Yeah.
Really stoked to have seen that come out. The Maggot and the Bootlicker.
Yeah, I like how bands will do that.
Double colored release. That came out originally in '99. One disc is on white vinyl. Disc 2 is on double mint vinyl. Also, if you guys know, we're also big fans of Monolord here. Saw them play last year. Swedish doom band. Saw them play up in Asheville, me and the girlfriend.
They're coming back there in like a few weeks.
Yeah, they're coming back. And they had a brand new album drop today. If you're into the doomy side of things, I streamed some of this. Also a first listen today.
Be a good radio show.
Huh?
The doomy side of things.
Oh, I thought you meant I'd make a good radio show.
Yeah.
Of course I would. Yeah. Fuck out of here. What is this? Russia? Of course I would.
No offense to our friends watching in Russia.
Well, there's some offense intended. You know why? USA, baby. It's tough being number 1 all the time, Jay. It's hard work. You got it. You got to
America number 1.
You got to just keep striving, baby. If you want to be number 1, it's a long road to hoe. You know what I'm saying? Some of you don't know anything what I'm saying. Anyway, that Monolord, filthy.
Okay.
Absolutely filthy.
Right.
Tuned down to like freaking W.
Okay.
Gnarly track. I think I like it. The last release, which I don't own, I've got several Monolord. The last one was Rust. I didn't actually pick that up, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just it didn't really like. Oh my god, I gotta go buy that. This one's kind of more into that. Oh my god, I gotta go buy that. It was a really good album.
Buy it this weekend.
Okay, take it easy. I don't have good brakes on my car.
Would you? All right, I got a hypothetical question for
Okay.
you. If somebody had that Melvin's record, would you go get it this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
No. No. I don't.
You don't leave the house.
Let me tell you what's happening this weekend. Normally I announce the games we played live on the program that we stream on the Twitch channel. Tonight was a big deal because the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta was coming out. Played it on console last weekend, and this weekend PC beta is supposed to come out. Never played Call of Duty on PC. I was really stoked about it. Was actually able to preload the thing last night, so I wouldn't have to download because it was supposed to go live at 9 o'clock tonight, which it did. Just a couple minutes after, and brought it, tried to capture the game and play it on stream. For some reason, the game wouldn't capture, so I could play it on stream. Been thinking about it all week, and I'm like, man, I'll be able to enjoy this with the Girl Man Record Night family at the same time. First time I'm playing it, first time you're playing it. First time, been playing Call of Duty on console for 15 years. The first time I played it on PC, you guys can experience it with me and laugh at me, and
Sure, yeah.
but couldn't capture it. But I was still smoking. I was smoking some fools. like 12, 13 kills on my first game on PC ever. I'm just saying. So I'm trying to work it out for tomorrow. I'll be chilling here tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to be playing this on PC tomorrow. So we're going to go live on Twitch tomorrow, 100%. If I can figure this out.
Okay. I'll be driving.
We will be live on Twitch tomorrow playing the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta. If I can at all figure it out, I guarantee you we will be over there doing this.
Sounds really exciting.
It's fucking right. Me playing video games? Yes. Hello? Come on. Yes, 100%.
It's an exciting life.
100%. It's a charmed life. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Is your hat a Stetson?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I guess we can't all afford Stetsons.
It's an LHC.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Well, I guess we can't all afford Stetsons.
Is yours? Son.
Baby, come on.
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Oh, son.
That's Stetson City from the late or early 90s.
Where'd you get that?
A gift. That's all you need to know about it.
That comes from Greensboro?
No, sir. That's all you need to know about it.
Okay. All right.
What else we got?
That's it.
Well, thanks for... No, wait. Let's do a... Let's get into what we played. I just hotkeyed that up like a mug. Like I said, we... actually, some of this will dip into Dig of the Week.
Okay.
Because...
Okay, so we don't have any digs of the week.
Well, don't do that early in the show. Some people will click off of it already.
We got great records to talk about tonight.
Absolutely, but because of the country thing, like I was talking about, I said, man, I really wanted to pull some country and grass records in to the mix tonight.
Sure.
So the mix with some of the jazz and some of the rock and some of the shit we've been playing. Wanted to kind of add that to the mix, and we do that sometimes. But not often, because I understand not everybody's. I'm not a huge country fan, but the classic country is about as good as it gets, man. And I maybe that runs somebody off. Who's like, I'm gonna play some country records, click, and you're done. But there's some classic country stuff that just
still stands the test.
It's as good as any rock and roll record, any jazz record, or whatever. But anyway. This was, ow, my knuckles!
That looked like it hurt there, boy.
No! This was left on the table from last week in Grown Man Record Night Rules. If you leave it on the table, it starts the program the next time.
That's right.
This is a soundtrack from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I think Steve Fever pulled this out last week after the show. And it's a great record. And,
okay. You're proud to have it.
Old Town Road, baby. Woo! Let's go. Also left on the table, Thou shalt not kill. 2 soundtracks in a row. I don't know how the Lost Boy soundtrack. That's one of my favorite soundtracks.
Good thing you found this record.
From what? Tonight? Oh, because it's lost?
That was funny, man. That killed.
That might be the worst attempt at comedy I've ever heard.
Okay. All right.
What else you got?
Clearly, you don't go back and watch these shows on Saturday morning.
You know, it's funny. I told somebody, and I was joking.
Yeah.
Because I do watch VC videos, but I mean, I got some absolute favorites that I watch.
Yeah.
Every time, and some other people I check out when I can. What's up, Zeke? It's funny that you're here. Dude, we're doing country and bluegrass mixed in tonight, brother. This is up your buddy Hoyle. I'm so glad you're here. And it's funny because I was just saying, kind of jokingly, that I don't watch VC videos. Because somebody was like, "Hey man, do you watch other people's videos?" And I was like, "No, what I do is I go back and I'll rewatch our videos because you know,
because they're the best.
You know,
they're number one.
I like to watch Champions. Now, if you want to watch second place streams, go jump on that. No, I'm just joking. It's all a bit.
Braves clinch their division tonight too.
I don't know if I care about
so we're having a party.
So anyway, we're mixing in some country and bluegrass, Zeke, because of the Ken Burns documentary we've been jiving on. I know you've been watching that shit too. So I'm pulling out some stuff like Doc Watson.
Doc Watson.
Doc and Merle on stage. This is a live album. It
Yeah.
is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
And this documentary really kind of re-sparked an interest in thinking about what an integral part of North Carolina's history is, that country music bluegrass history. And it's it makes you proud as a North Carolinian. It's like, fuck, man, we had something to do with some shit. We was up in that mug. Just, we're up in there.
Yeah.
And it's a proud moment, and we take what we can get. We got basketball, we got bluegrass. I don't know, fuck what else we got. I'm just saying.
Tobacco.
Jay, please.
What we do, I mean.
And Jay decided that he like,
Okay, hey.
Let's play Doc Watson, Doc and Merle, and then Jay wants to play this.
It's the anniversary of this record. Yesterday.
I didn't mind this record, I'll be honest with you.
No, we were talking about Kiss gets knocked because their 80s stuff's pretty bad. To a lot of people it is. But I kind of like it for a change.
It's not as good as other Kiss, but it's not a bad record.
It's like an 80s band.
Yeah.
You know? So I enjoyed changing up. It was the anniversary of that record. We played side B, so.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Jay's moving this along because he's got to get up early in the morning. I think the record fell out of this. No, it didn't.
No.
Here's another one from Jay. Another country record.
This is going to the country thing. This is one of my favorite country records that I own. It's Dwight Yoakam, Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc.
That's a good record, man.
Yeah, it's really good. And he kind of like goes off that Bakersfield sound, you know.
Some of this is kind of getting into Dig of the Week. But that's all right. That's all right. It's still what we played.
So, yeah, we played side B of this as well with the title track and Heartaches by the Number, and it had a cover of Ring of Fire on it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So. You may ask yourself, God, how is Mike getting to these scenes so quick? Hotkeys.
Take notes.
You guys know about hotkeys?
Take notes.
Send me a DM. Actually, I played this and decided to go away from some of our country theme at this moment for some jazz. Butterfly with Hiccups, Jerry Mulligan, fantastic record. Found this at Goodwill. It's got this nice little gatefold
cool
little book
in there.
Yeah, really dope, man. And I think actually this has Jerry Mulligan, Art Farmer's on this, H.M. Hall, Bob Brookmeyer, love Bob Brookmeyer, Dave Bailey on drums.
Okay.
2 Feet in the Gutter or 1 Foot in the Gutter. Dave Bailey, the crotch shot guy. Bill Crow on bass. I think this got reissued today, actually, which kind of reminded me to like, hey man, that's a badass record once you pull that out. I didn't stop vaping, man.
This got reissued today?
I'm pretty sure.
On what label?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You said Goodwill, huh?
Yeah, I scored a shit ton of Jerry Mulligan at one time at a Goodwill that I won't mention which one. No, at the Kernersville Goodwill.
That's pretty cool.
Same place I got my Super Nintendo and my sealed Star Fox on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Look that up. Zeke says he saw Dwight in Raleigh last summer. Great show. I bet so, baby.
Sure.
Baby.
I appreciate those kind of shows.
Hell yeah. Now this is Zeke. This is one. I think I mentioned this to you, Zeke, while you were here visiting the program. And this is one of those, like the Paul's record. I would have loved to have given you a copy of this, but I've never seen another one. So if I ever see another one, Zeke, it's yours, because I know you would probably appreciate this more than anybody. It's a band called Southbound. It's a bluegrass band. This was recorded on, what label is this? Kind of hard to tell. Rebel Records. Okay. Oh, look at that. You got to show that off too. But if you notice, get up on that photo. The photo on here. This band is from the area that my TV station covers. This is from Wilkesboro, North Carolina. You can see that on the exit sign. It says like North Wilkesboro up there. That's like common to us. Statesville and North Wilkesboro. Rebel Records. Pull that record out and show that label. I don't know that I know Rebel Records, but this is just for me. I wanted to play something like this not only because it was local, but because you hear about Flatt and Scruggs, you hear about Ralph Stanley, You hear about Ricky Skaggs. You hear about, you know, Osbournes. You hear about a lot of key bluegrass acts. But the fact of the matter is, around the foothills and mountains of North Carolina, badass bluegrass musicians, dime a dozen. And they're all great. And this is like crispy sounding recording. What's up, Don Crom? Ralph Stanley was on Rebel. Okay, I'm not really familiar with it, but it's like these guys were like, I don't know these guys from Adam's House Cat.
Yeah.
But a smoking ass bluegrass group.
I don't know what that means.
And I tell you what, if you go to, for instance, if you go to church around here, if you would go to church around here, you'd probably have an older gentleman that you went to church with, and he said, hey, back in the late 70s, early 80s, I played in a bluegrass band. And you're like, oh, that's cool. And when you run into somebody like that, you say, hey, I played in a punk band in the 80s. And you're like, oh, yeah, you got a tape? And you listen to the tape, you're like, you guys sounded like a radiator on fire with somebody pissing on it. When somebody says, I used to be in this bluegrass group, and you put it on, 9 times out of 10, they're badass. They all know their shit. They're smoking. They're perfect.
Yeah.
Bluegrass is like that. There's so many of those bands around here that it takes me a long time to realize that that's not like that everywhere else.
Yeah.
That especially out in the country, some people that you don't think could string 2 or 3 sentences together are some of the most badass musicians you will ever run into, and they're like literally on every corner. That's the language that they speak around there.
I thought you were going to cry just now with emotion.
Cry for Tony. Let's break out of that mold.
That's unnecessary.
Let's break out of that mold. A little Yob, Our Raw Heart, one of my favorite heavy records of the last couple of years. Mike Scheidt and Yob, fan-freaking-tastic record. One of my best records of last year. Was it my album of the year last year?
I think so, yeah. I believe so.
It might have been my album of the year if it wasn't number 2. Going back to the country vibe, Waylon. Got to throw some Waylon in there, baby. Music Man. The reason I played this, it has Waylon's cover of Do It Again. Not only does it have the Dukes of Hazzard song, excuse me, hyperventilating. Not only has the Dukes of Hazzard song.
Yeah.
If you've never heard Waylon Jennings' cover of Do It Again, the Steely Dan song, I like it better than Steely Dan's version. 100%.
Do you?
And I love Steely Dan's version.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like that's a shitty version.
It's just a very, I would say.
But when you hear Waylon's voicing,
yeah.
it's like
it's relief. It's relief
man.
from the one you hear a million times a day.
This is when we started getting into. This is probably more of a dig of the week thing. I should just go ahead and click it over because a lot of these are some of our favorite country records we're doing for dig of the week. We mixed them into some of what we're playing, and I got a few others that I didn't play that we'll bring up for dig of the week. But this is not a normal like, hey, this is stuff I picked up at the store this week kind of stuff. Jay brought this is the second George Strait.
This is the start of the set, right?
Well, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I played.
You're a little sweet on George Strait. Okay.
I played The Fireman by George Strait.
I think you're a little sweet on him.
This is one of those records that you can find all day here at like one of our local, or probably a few of our local record stores for $1.
Yeah.
And this is just like, you know, this is 1984.
George Strait, no, I don't want to say that 100%, but
we played The Fireman though.
I would say George Strait is kind of where I cut it off for modern country. But there's also exceptions. I think Hank III, Core Blonde does some good stuff.
I like 80s. I like 80s country. You know.
Yeah, in a different kind of way. Are you an Eddie Rabbitt fan, Jay?
Oh, sure.
I got some Eddie Rabbitt over there.
Yeah.
Let's play it right now. No. So going back to the documentary, one of the integral parts is this is 24 of Hank Williams' greatest hits. I thought this was the one I wanted to play. We played, what's the track we played? Let me see. We played
Burning Down the Forest or something like that, or something on fire.
Setting the Woods on Fire.
The Woods on Fire, yeah.
It's not the one I wanted to play. My favorite, and it's funny because they actually
Burning Down the Forest.
They actually played it on that documentary in the background, and it's not a normal. I've only found it on a couple of Hank Williams best of that I found in Goodwill in just the paper sleeve, no cover. It's Long Gone Lonesome Blues. Is my favorite Hank Williams song. And it's not on the greatest hits, and I don't know what album it's officially from, but you can't find that song. Long Gone Blues or Long Gone Lonesome Blues. It is absolutely the best Hank Williams song. If you've never heard that, do yourself a favor.
I don't see a lot of his records out.
I see those best of sometimes, and a lot of times they're in some rough shape.
Yeah.
I think they were partied with like funk records, man.
Maybe so.
You drink some whiskey, listen to Hank Williams. I do that. Shit, get out of here.
Stuff, yeah.
Merle Haggard, Okie from Muskogee. Can't have a country night without some Merle.
Yeah.
And that, I know it's something that gets played on the radio and all that shit, but like.
Well, it depends on what radio
Proud
station.
to be an Okie
Depends on what radio
from
station listen to.
Muskogee.
You know, you're not going to hear on top 40.
With the line, where even squares can have a ball.
They got a cat coming out
Whoa,
from the
whoa,
shoulder
whoa.
there.
Where even squares can have a ball.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's one of the best lines of. Whoa,
That's true, you know.
Can't have a little country set without some Jerry Reed. This is it's not a record I play very often, or I've not had very long, but it's a track that I play all the time. And if you guys are familiar with Grown Man Record Night, you know what the fuck is up. Little Amos Moses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
That's a good one there.
Nothing says Mikey Bananas like Amos Moses. And if you don't know that, God bless you. Get educated.
Yeah, that was a really good one, huh?
I just knock him in the head with a stomp.
I like Jerry. He's a good.
Yeah, you should.
By the way,
Watch this conversation.
He was on.
Great conversation.
The Johnny Cash show comes on Sunday
Should be a
nights.
professional broadcaster.
The Johnny Cash show comes on Sunday nights on one of the over-the-air channels, and they only did like less than 20 of them on the total run. So the same ones.
Did you say Toblerone? You want to hit
Actually,
that?
I think it's less than no.
Come on.
I think it's less than that, and so they replay them pretty often. And you can catch. I was telling you about the one with Clapton the other night. Where
Yeah, that's right.
Clapton was on.
Those are good shows, man.
If Clapton and Cash were standing there, and Cash is like, "Let me bring out my friend to play guitar with us on this next track. Do a little whatever, not a duet, but whatever."
Diddy.
Yeah, and come on out, my friend Carl Perkins. Carl Perkins, they just like tear this song up, and
I've seen the one where
They had a
Chet
Jerry-
Atkins comes out.
yeah, they had a Jerry Reed one though.
Jerry Reed and Chet
Yeah.
Atkins, where they did
And,
it.
it's really.
I've got that
good
record.
stuff.
If you ever see that Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins record where they're sitting in the rowboat,
Yeah.
I about played that tonight.
Okay.
It's over there somewhere. You pulled this one
I
out.
put this one out. Speaking of guitar players,
Country. I mean, you kind of have to
like
like.
toes the line, but Les Paul, Mary Ford.
I mean,
This
you
is,
have to.
Yeah, well, we played "Your Cheating Heart," which is kind of goes on with that
Hank Williams.
Hank Williams type theme. So, which is obviously a cover, but yeah. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with Les Paul, one of the greatest guitar players that's ever lived. I mean,
Hello.
iconic.
Also, this is kind of spot on with what I was talking about. Folks that know kind of know this, but if you don't, it's not all Flats and Scruggs and Ralph Stanley and, the Osborne Brothers, Cutting Grass. This is a fantastic bluegrass record. I think some of the Osborne stuff is one of the first, it's not this one, there's one of them, they have drums on there, which drums mixed with bluegrass is weird. It's got its own thing, and it was, at the time, if you think about it, pretty aggressive. What was the last song on there? What did we play?
What side?
Let's see.
White Lightning.
White Lightning. We played White Lightning, of course, because it's, record night. We got to play some White Lightning.
Was that Donnie or Marie Osborne?
Come on,
Okay,
Jay.
all right.
And Jay played, what is this, a third George Strait?
No, second.
That's a third George Strait record you played.
I played Amarillo by
Jay
Morning,
would really like to see this guy with his britches off.
which is like the that's like the
That's all I'm
cowboy.
saying.
That's like the cowboy song.
Yeah.
So that's him with his dog on the back too. By that's nuts.
That dog is so dead by now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
By this time, that dog's dead city.
For sure. Probably didn't make it till 90. Yeah. So is that what we played? Or is that dig of the week?
Your mom.
We got more?
No,
yeah,
we got
said
more.
Play a few more, yeah.
Play a few more, baby. Best of Buck Owens. Had to play a little Catch a Tiger by the Tail.
Yeah.
One of my favorite top 3 or 4 country artists of all time, Buck Owens. That Baker's.
Sure.
I love, as much as I'm from North Carolina and I love the Western North Carolina bluegrass influenced country sound, the Bakersfield sound from California, baby, baby, baby. That is as good as anything gets.
Yeah, it is. I was telling you, I've got the record at home.
All right, Shane. Thanks for hanging out with us, baby.
Yeah.
I understand. Can't everybody hang out all night long? I know.
But I had that. I've got that record at home, and that's a fantastic. That's one of my favorite country records. Him and Don Rich.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's some good stuff on there.
Don Rich is just a bonker.
I just thumped your cat in the head, by the way.
Come on, baby.
They're scratching your record. They're using your records as scratching posts.
Well, get off of it. Kick them.
I'll just give them.
Apparently, Conway Twitty's become like a millennial, like hipster thing. I don't know.
He's dead, man.
Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn.
How is he a hipster? He's dead.
I don't know if I've ever played this record. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, come on. We played this record.
I don't know if I've ever played that record. I'll be honest with you. I've had it for probably a decade. But, I mean, hello. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Big featured player in that documentary, Ricky Skaggs. And is like really lame as the cover and his image would look. What a badass guitar player. One of the best badass guitar players of all time.
Yeah, he could play.
Especially for country and bluegrass. He smokes it. And kind of to finish off the set, Hank Williams Jr.'s greatest hits.
Did you say Hank Williams?
Yeah, singular. Dixie on My Mind, Texas Woman, The American Dream, A Country Boy Can Survive, and All My Rowdy Friends Have Settled Down. Don't kid. We're not all super big on greatest hits records here, but man, in terms of like that kind of music, let me tell you what. When I was a kid, semi-rural Piedmont, North Carolina, the cool kids. When I was a little kid and like hanging out with the high school kids, the cool high school kids were all listening to Hank Williams Jr. It had that like, we gonna get a little too messed up. We gonna maybe fight one of our friends kind of vibe in the yard. You ain't got nothing effect. Come on, baby. It had that kind of vibe to it, and it always does to me. It reminds me of like wading in the creek, setting up a campfire, getting too drunk, dipping snuff, rolling around, wrestling one of your friends, and saying, "I got you. I got you." Hey, hand me those other ones down there, Jay. Can you grab those?
Sure.
Because that'll be, we'll just...
Sure, man. Anything you want, man.
Born to Boogie, baby. Woo! You got it. You got some other ones that we didn't play? You played all yours?
I think I played all mine. I'm good.
But the, I don't want to say honorable mentions, but because these were just
These aren't nearly as good. This is the crap, right?
No. It's just stuff we didn't play, but I wanted to kind of lump into the same category. Was like,
we'll just show all your records. Stuff we didn't play.
The Heart of Johnny Cash. It's got a lot of the great stuff you want on it. If you ever see this compilation, it's got. Open that up and just look at the tracks on it. I think Ring of Fire and Folsom Prison Blues and all that good stuff is on there. That's a great compilation if you ever run across that. Here's one that you may not see very often. Or you may be a little on it. Super Pickin' by Little Roy Lewis.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to pick that up if you're in the South, especially. If you look, there's some quotes on there from the back from the Osborne brothers.
Chet Atkins.
Statlers. They all say this cat picks like you wouldn't believe. Okay. So that's a good pedigree right there.
He looks like a pretty nice guy.
Hell yeah. I'd let him watch my youngins for a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit at least. This was a Goodwill pickup, one of my favorite Goodwill pickups, and one of my favorite kind of neo-country Americana songwriters, John Prine. Sweet Revenge. terrific record. I know that goes for more than 75 cents. It's a fantastic record.
Chris Christopherson said you should check him out, right?
Absolutely. Our good buddy Randy, who's an old school news,
I don't know him.
Old school
He's not
news
my good
photographer. Went back, it was like in the 70s. He was a news photographer in the 70s. He's retired now. And he did a little story with Chris Christopherson at an event local to here. And after they shot the interview or whatever, the photographer was like, Randy was like, hey man, I really enjoy your music. You're a really good songwriter, da da da. And Chris Christopherson was like, hey man, if you like my stuff, you should really check out this cat named John Prine.
Mm-hmm.
And so Randy was like, oh, okay. And he went back and kind of looked up, I don't know.
Yeah, back then he went on his phone.
But he went to the record store and eventually found some John Prine and was like, holy crap. And it's funny because he's like in his 60s. And
yeah.
Cameraman turned me on to John Prine many years ago, but you know, in a much different way. Anyway, had to play some Willie Nelson. Not play, but pull out some Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Tougher Than Leather is the one I pulled out. This one's in like immaculate shape.
Yeah, this is the one you see a lot.
Yeah. And another one I pulled out I wanted to just at least mention. This is the new favorites of George Jones. This is some early ass George Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Like flat top George Jones.
Yeah. This is before he drank.
Yeah, sure. But
I love that sequin jacket, man, or rhinestone jacket.
It's perfect. I mean, before he had that weirdo dad haircut with the big part that goes down. That kind of, even though he was still singing some legit shit.
Yeah.
That haircut, the part of the hair kind of turned me off of him.
Talking about like the 70s?
70s and 80s,
Okay.
George Jones,
Yeah.
the big grown man part.
Yeah,
I think your dad's hair is parted that way.
Nah.
Used to be.
No, not anymore. It's up
Do you have one of these guys?
there. No.
The Alabama quarterback haircut?
We're talking about my dad's hair on air.
That's
This
content.
is exactly what people want to hear.
That's content, baby. I tell you what, let's take us, we're going to do a quick commercial break. Let me tell you something, folks. We got a Soda Speak coming up. Pay attention to the commercials because there's something soda related in the commercials that will harken back to what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Or harken forward. How are we harken?
I don't know.
Do you know how we're harken?
Harken the Herald Angels.
I got to pee real bad.
Well,
But
you ain't gonna have time.
no, I ain't going to have time for it. So stay tuned for a Grown Man Record Night. We'll be right back here on the Twitch channel and wherever you're watching us at. So I'm going to play some commercials. So stand by! Wait. Wait. Wait! Wait!
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, bacon. Now we're something meatier.
Delicious real meat sizzling.
Sizzling for breakfast in original pork or tasty beef.
We now take you to the palace where the Chesterfield king is about to knight a loyal subject.
The flat side of your sword, King. Remember what happened last time?
Yes. Now, dost thou swear to enjoy the Chesterfield king, the king that has everything? I dost. Good. And, I dost appreciate Chesterfield king's big length, like, you know? And the smoothest taste and, the smoothest natural tobacco filter of any king, 'cause it's packed more smoothly by Accurate. You know what I mean? Yeah, do I? And now, by this royal carton,
Rise, please.
I dub thee a true Chesterfield knight. Every time. Well, if you like your pleasure big, smoke for real. Smoke Chesterfield, the king that has everything. Please.
hits harder than ever from Worlds of Wonder.
Don't give me that so-so soda, the same old cola. I wanna pop. I wanna Shasta. I wanna taste pizzazz, all the great taste. Shasta, hell, I wanna pop. I wanna Shasta. I wanna thrill, I wanna wild, taste it all, I want it now. I wanna pop. I wanna Shasta.
Yeah, I caught you looking at your phone.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We're on we're on commercial.
We're on it. We're on it. Hey, thanks everybody for staying with us. Had a good time tonight, playing some country records, some bluegrass stuff. Just ending up this week with just a shebang! A shebang!
It's been a good show.
Baby.
Yeah, one of the best.
Looking good, feeling good, smelling good. What it's all about. For our so to speak, we get into a studio mode. Gonna pull it up. Boom, boom, hotkey. Woo! Liquid hotkey. For this so to speak, this is unique. Okay. You may think, come on. You may think, come on. Something I kind of sort of grew up with, but then again, it's something I've not really seen in a long time. Look at this, folks. This was sitting in our break room at work for several days, and I picked it up off the table. I shoved it in my pocket, came home and refrigerated it, and did a little research. Shasta Cola. When's the last time you had a damn Shasta Cola? Now, the interesting thing about Shasta, I remember this growing up. But let me just hip you to a little. It started as the Shasta Mineral Springs Company in 1889. It's like the oldest soda company in the world. In 1931, they produced their first soft drink, a ginger ale. They were mainly mixers for alcohol and had mineral water and club soda and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's what they were.
And it's from like the Mount Shasta area in California. I know Shasta Lake from the bass fishing area. I know Shasta. It's big bass out there. New marketing strategies in the 50s, which became the industry standard of producing soft drinks in cans. Wow. Shasta was the first people to put soft drinks in cans.
That's pretty big.
Also, it's the first company to do a low-calorie soda.
Like a diet?
And several years later, do a sugar-free soda. And the weird thing, okay, check this. Well, I don't think I did this. This is what George is drinking.
Okay. When
Jerry's car gets stolen.
Okay.
And that's what kind of led me to believe. I remember Shasta was, it seemed like it, and I couldn't find any information on the internet. Pissed me off about it, Jay. Because Roseanne, the whole show drank Shasta. Alf, the whole show drank Shasta. So I searched like Shasta, television, product placement, whatever. Nothing came up. I'm like, bullshit. There was something going on in the 80s. Everybody on television drank fucking Shasta.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, everything's shot in California, obviously, and they're California.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But it turns out Shasta has this incredible history. It's got a lot of firsts in the soda industry.
Okay.
Beastie Boys even sang about Shasta.
Wow.
Because I'm the master blaster, drinking up the Shasta. My voice sounds sweet, because it has to. Professor Booty on Check Your Head. And if you notice, on the commercials that we just showed, we showed a Shasta commercial ad from 1983.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Had a lot of good slogans. Has to be Shasta, has to be Shasta, or something like that.
Yeah.
But
that was a good song.
It's written by fucking Al Jorgensen of Ministry.
No way.
Who basically did the jingles like this to pay for his rent
Oh.
and his drug habit.
Wow.
Allegedly.
That's crazy.
Al Jorgensen
That's crazy.
from Ministry wrote that ad,
Yeah.
that song that we heard in commercials. Is that not nuts?
Yeah.
But when's the last time you had a Shasta soda? I'm not a big sugar guy. I don't drink sugar anymore.
Okay.
The only time I do sugar is on the program here, because
Yeah,
carbs are the devil.
Yeah, this is a full flavor cola.
This is a full flavored high fructose corn syrup cola, an El Cheapo cola, like a 25-cent cola.
Yeah.
So
I got a feeling I know what it's gonna taste like.
I'm kind of interested in it. I mean, I just want to revisit what Shasta is all about.
I'm going to guess that it's going to taste very dry.
I'll reserve my comments until you take a sip.
That's my prediction.
I don't want to taint your observation, Girth Brooks. I think that's your new name with this get up, Girth Brooks.
I think I was kind of right. You know,
I like it.
Those low-end sodas like that always taste like Pepsi.
Can.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
More similar to Pepsi than Coke.
It's got a metallic artificial sugar thing.
Yeah, it's definitely artificial sugar, like you said.
But in a great kind of way.
Yeah, it's not that heavy to be a full flavor cola.
It's Shasta, man. It's so crazy. I don't know where this even came from.
Almost has a diet kind of. I don't know. Almost got a little bit of diet taste.
To me, for here in the South,
Like
that
diet.
reminds me more of an RC than probably anything.
I think RC is a little more rich.
Danny Rich.
Yeah.
That kind of tastes like tooth decay, in a good kind of way. Whoa! What's all that?
I was just fixing my jaw.
What's all that?
I don't know.
That's a good soda, man.
Yeah, it's a good soda.
I mean,
for 25 cents, that means you can get a 6-pack for what, $1.50?
I'll tell you, it's for a soda that I really, to be honest, I didn't think they still made this, or I thought it had been bought out by Sam's Club, or I don't know.
Well, obviously, if it was near break-in, somebody got it around here. I bet you could find them if you looked for them. I bet you could find them.
But I bet it's at like a Big Lots or like a discount store.
Possibly.
Because I don't see these at our local groceterias. You know what I mean? 100%.
Anybody, the Lion would be the one that would have them, I think, if they did.
They're not there. For a chip chat, what do we want to do here?
I asked you if you had one in mind. You said yes.
You tell me. I'll let you. While we're on the graphic, I'll let you choose. And do that one. This is a gift from the girlfriend.
I think Steve was inquiring about the other one. I'm curious about the other one.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. For chip chat, this was a gift from the girlfriend last week. Speedy Choice, which I guess comes from the Speedway. You guys, I don't know if you're in the. Are those nationwide? Speedway grocery store? I mean, convenience store?
I believe so.
Speedway has their own brand called Speedy Choice, and this is a jalapeno popper cheese curl. So the puffy ones. Let's see if we have anything to talk about here. Enjoy the bold flavor and crunch of Speedy Choice premium snacks. Try one of our many savory varieties crafted from choice ingredients and seasoned with innovative flavor combinations. Whatever your taste, comma, we've got your craving covered. Make Speedy Choice your top pick for a wide assortment of sweet and savory offerings. Our recipe combines proven quality with tried and true taste. Okay. Speedy Choice premium snacks, big value, big flavor.
So, I was doing some thinking while you were reading that.
This is dangerous.
Do you think they make those cheese curls to maybe make you think you're eating a jalapeno popper?
That's the idea.
Okay.
But on a side note,
yeah,
I do some writing for a living. I want to write that for a living.
Oh yeah.
Because that passage of what I just wrote,
yeah,
that's just everything I want out of life.
Poetic.
It really is. To me, hold those up if you wouldn't mind, please.
Yeah. So like, but what I was kind of getting at is, what if you put something like this on a regular potato chip? You know,
You could, but
it tastes like something I've had before.
those are good.
They are good.
I do get the powdery jalapeno flavor. I get the artificial cheese on the, like what you would get on a cheese puff flavor, but that powdery jalapeno really takes it up the next level. To be what would probably be considered a budget chip, it's very, very good.
Yeah, it tastes like something I've had.
These are real good.
They're good.
They kind of got that cheese puff disintegrate in your mouth
Yeah,
kind of thing.
They're not overly hard for sure. They're a good
And that's
texture.
why I love cheese puffs.
Yeah.
There ain't no crunching and getting down on it about it.
I like how they get stuck in your teeth for like
Yeah,
an hour or so.
baby. They kind of just disintegrate on down.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's a fantastic chip. I'll be honest with you. Budget or not,
Not too hot.
no, a little spice. Nothing crazy though.
No, it doesn't hang around.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a candidate for chip of the year.
It's the puff of the year for sure.
You think it's a puff of the year?
Yeah.
We had another puff better than this?
Well, if it has another puff, I would.
We're gonna split hairs. I don't think we've had. Have we had a puff?
I'm sure we have.
We've had puffs.
For those people that like to find out, you can go check our chip sheet anytime.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, check if you're on YouTube. Look in the description of this video. There's a link to a Google Drive document. That is our chip sheet. It's an archive of every chip we have done on this program. Thanks to our good buddy Sweet Tea, who was just the absolute freaking best. That has archived every bag of chips we have done on this program since the beginning, including brand, episode number, comments of what we say about them, all just integrated into this spreadsheet. Like 600 bags of chips. Let that sink in, folks. We have reviewed 600 bags of chips. That's available for quick reference on the sheet that's down in the description. So look in the description. You'll see our Streamlabs, and then you'll see the chip sheet. Click on that, save it to us. So if you're ever like, hey, me and my wife took a trip to Portland, Oregon, and I found these Whistle Britches Ridge chips. I bet the guys at Grown Man Record Night have never seen these. You pull up the chip sheet on your phone real quick and be like, no, it's not on the show. You may want to send us a bag of chips. I'm just saying, you don't have to. But if you run into some weirdo chips that you're like, oh, these assholes have never seen these, cross-reference the chip from the sheet. Send them on to us, and we'll give you credit and we'll review them on the program.
We'll give you a plug.
What are we doing? If you got a YouTube, we'll plug it.
Sure.
If you're raising money for AIDS awareness, we'll plug that.
Sure.
You got a t-shirt business?
Hey, t-shirts.
We'll plug it. I'm thinking about opening a big skee ball business, Jay.
Skee ball?
I think skee ball is a wave of the future. I think if
let's start a
big
professional league.
Professional skee ball, forget esports. I think skee ball is probably the next move, next logical move for. Boy, my balls hurt from not pissing about it. Oh.
But you can make it like a YouTube only thing, you know, like the skee ball professional league.
I know a guy down at YouTube. He'll come down here and film it if we want him
That's
to.
what I'm saying. You can make them look professional. You know enough stuff. Right?
Baby, I am the stuff. I don't know about stuff. I am the stuff.
I'm sure you could borrow equipment from work. Wink, wink.
Not officially. Not live on the internet. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. It's been an awesome show tonight. Hanging out, playing some country records, some bluegrass, some stuff we don't normally play all the time.
Yeah.
Hanging out with these awesome people in chat. Had some new folks joining us. I wish I could have broadcast the Modern Warfare beta when it launched live earlier. I was having fun playing it, but I'm going to figure it the fuck out. And tomorrow, I'm going live. I swear to God.
First thing in the morning, right?
First thing in the morning.
Like 7?
No.
Oh, come on.
Unless I'm still up. I'm telling you, I'm going to go. The girlfriend gets off at 9 tomorrow night.
Okay.
So as soon as I get up and get some caffeine in me, we're going to start streaming this Modern Warfare beta. First time I've really played this shit on PC. So you guys come in and hang out with us. I'll throw up some Spotify. If you guys want to hear a band, we'll throw it up and listen to it.
Okay.
You ever heard these guys? Yeah. We'll listen to it. It's going to be one of those situations. So come hang out with us and check out this new Modern Warfare beta. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Merv, for all you guys hanging out and just chilling with us, putting up with our nonsense. I'm going to pee in my pants.
That'd be good content.
Peeing in the pants is good content. Of course.
Yeah.
All
right.
Well, what I say?
Thank you for joining
My
us.
mouth tastes real bad.
Maybe that's the sign of a stroke.
But look, we're not done. We're gonna go over to the Twitch channel. Let me find this. Boom! Hotkey, son of a bitch. How did he do that so fast? I don't know. He might be Jesus Christ. I'm not real sure.
Okay.
All
right.
Okay. We're gonna go back over to the Twitch channel and play some more records.
do
So
it.
guys, come over here. We'll play some more stuff, hang out, talk some music, talk some bullshit, and end out the evening. And then get ready to get up tomorrow morning and go to fucking Home Depot with your wife and look at new sinks, pick out new tiles, and then you're gonna stop off for a hot dog, and then you're gonna go by Walmart on your way home, pick up some groceries and some stuff to grill out for your Saturday night with your wife and your kid. Because that's what the fuck people do. I know it because I got television and I've seen it. So thanks for joining us. We love you.
You do love
like,
you.
not like agape, but I mean like dirty, deep down love.
All right.
Baby.
All right.
So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us and enjoying the program with us. Go over to the Twitch channel. We'll listen to some more records, talk some more shit.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Hold on. So should I get another graphic? Boom.
What is it? Boom.
Boom. For Jay the Curbist, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll see you next time on another live episode of Garage.